Welcome into our special Total Team Washburn's Journey to Elite. I'm Andrew Lind. Over the next half hour, we'll be talking all things Washburn men's basketball as the Ichabods prepare for their first Elite Eight appearance since 2001 with hopes to keep their run going. 13's Katie Marr is already out in Evansville to bring you coverage throughout the week. But before she and the Bods left, she sat down with head coach Brett Ballard to look back on what got them to this point.
You get all these pieces together. You've got the senior leadership, a star point guard in Jack Batchelor, and a lot of key pieces that run this team really deep. Did you realize preseason this was going to be a team that could do something special?
I thought at the end of last year we finished strong, we were young, and I knew we had a good chance to have all those guys back. When we landed Jacob Hanna in the transfer portal, that was our top target, so I felt really good about that. Our very first team meeting, when I met with them in August, I told them that our slogan was going to be to hunt because I thought that we had a chance to be really good. I thought we'd be picked #1 in the league. I didn't want to be hunted. I wanted to be hunting. As good as I thought we could be, this has probably exceeded even what I thought this group could accomplish. Not that I didn't think we could make it to the Elite Eight, but just how they handled the entire season and how well we played consistently. But they have risen to the challenge, and I did think going into this season we had a chance.
Yeah, and something I really liked was when you guys got that #1 ranking in January. You said that week, you know, a lot of coaches will say rankings don't matter, we just got to handle our business, but you actually said you wanted to kind of stop and smell the roses a little bit. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just saw Rick Pitino was quoted the last day or two how much he's trying to just enjoy the moment, and he talks about, you know, when he's a younger coach, how it's hard for all of us, how it's hard to enjoy it because you're just in such a grind, and you know, the pressure there is to try to win, especially in a league like ours. And it's not perfect, but I really do try to appreciate the moment, stay in the moment, and then give that message to our guys.
After that, a few weeks later, you guys suffer your first loss of the season, back-to-back losses, both on the road. Seemed just a little bit like a trap right there. What was your message to the team in that moment, and how did you get them to bounce back?
Thanks for bringing that back up. I've tried to erase that from my memory. That was a bad road trip. Yeah, obviously you're disappointed in that moment. It was probably what this team needed, a little bit of a reset. The great thing about these guys is they used that the right way as motivation. We came back in and got better. We came back in and got better, you know, after the loss in Kansas City as well. So, again, they've handled the highs well, and they've handled some adversity well. Man, when those lights came on in the regional, we played at a high level. I haven't watched some of those games because I've been on to the next, and I'm excited in the offseason to take some time to watch those because to have that level of support, to have Lee Arena sold out, and not only sold out, but loud and really into the game, and just the energy for all three of those regional games is something I'll remember forever. You
personally, you know, you don't want to look too far ahead, jinx anything, but just bringing Washburn to this point, going to Evansville, what would a continuation of the season mean to you as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, just selfishly, I just want more time with this team. These guys have been a lot of fun to be around, and I've enjoyed coaching them day in and day out. So, you know, especially with our seniors, I just want a little more time with them. I'm really proud of what we accomplished. Told them that, you know, you go there, you're going to want to enjoy the experience, but you really, really feel good about it if you can go win some games and cut down nets. So we'll be focused on that. This team, I believe, has what it takes to get that done. We know it's going to be hard, but I truly believe that we have the caliber of team necessary to go win a championship.
Teams of this magnitude all have go-to players, and while you can argue Washburn has a team full of them, transfer senior Jacob Hanna is oftentimes the guy Coach Ballard and the team looks to. Yet if you never know the Wichita native is Ichabod, you never know that Ichabod's senior is the leading scorer, MIAA Defensive Player of the Year and Central Region Tournament MVP. But off the court, teammates say the 6'3" guard is as humble as they come. But when the arena lights switch on, you better get out the way because Jacob Hanna is one of the most relentless players in the country.
You look at the head of the snake, Jacob Hanna holds the helm up there, but he's just a super competitive guy. Off court, one of the nicest guys you'll meet. I mean, always has a smile on his face, super nice, very direct, and then he gets on the court and you're like, oh, I was not expecting this. And that's how it first came, and it just kept getting more competitive and competitive as he went.
Still ahead, we'll reminisce on past championship teams, the Topeka kid who's paved the way for the Ichabods, a special senior class, and much more. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Total Team. Washburn's journey to elite. Cutting down nets at a regional championship is something Washburn hasn't done since 2001. And the last time the Ichabods were national champs was the magical NAIA run of 1987. This past week, I've met with some of Washburn's former stars to relive the past 40 years.
Way to go! You know we was going to do it!
I just texted Tom on St. Patrick's Day and asked him if he remembered what we were doing 38 years ago.
Rob Riley and Tom Meyer helped hang a banner for the Ichabods that year under Hall of Famer Bob Chipman, alongside the rest of an all-Kansan starting five who put on a show every single night.
We could play with most teams in the country, including D1. We went down to Stillwater, as I said, and beat Oklahoma State, which was a Big 8 team at that time.
84 to 87 really put Washburn on the map, and it's just continued on. The university's just really grown, and the traditions just kept going.
Shipman remembers how hard his players pushed themselves so much that he sometimes had to cut practice short, something he'd never done before.
We just spin it. Rather than a 2-hour and 30-minute practice, we spend it an hour and a half.
Whether it was his teams from the 80s or the early 2000s, Bob Chipman's players were tough. He says the latest group showed that same grit, always finding a way to get it done.
We've had a lot of teams that probably had more natural talent that was not able to accomplish what that group accomplished.
Just like in '87 and every year in between, the 2001 title run came down to one thing: players wanting it for each other.
It was our jobs to make the guy to your left and the guy to your right better. Because if it's good for the team, then it was good for us individually.
And now Washburn's 0-1 team is rooting for Brett Ballard's group to hang another banner, a goal they came just short of. Alum Ryan Tomlins believes they can still make it happen.
You had a great season. Obviously, you want to win 3 more games, but enjoy the moment and continue that team camaraderie, and hopefully they'll bring home the trophy.
So Jack, for the people at home who don't know, Washburn basketball has kind of always been in your blood. Both your mom and your dad played here growing up. Was it Washburn always? Did you always think that?
Yeah, I grew up going to these camps and coming to a lot of the games, and so being a Topeka kid, it's really cool to just see, this last weekend and everything, everybody coming to the games and the community coming together and supporting Washburn. It was just like a dream come true. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, throughout your recruitment process in high school, it wasn't just a university, you still had to choose the coach. And what was it about Coach Ballard and his recruitment pitch to you?
Yeah, Coach Ballard was awesome. The coaching staff, the players, how the players connected, and it was kind of like a brotherhood here. They didn't, it wasn't always just about basketball. They were really good friends off the court, and obviously Ballard was a great guy and competitive guy that I wanted to play for, and it's worked out really well, so I'm really blessed I chose this place.
Yeah, you're in your sophomore season. You came in as a true freshman last year, made an immediate impact, played in just about every game, got a few starts. Now you got a big different role this year. You're starting point guard full-time. What was it like stepping into that this year?
Yeah, it was good. The coaches and the players make it a lot easier. I play with so many talented and great guys that it makes my job a lot easier. But yeah, it's been awesome. The coaches have helped me a lot along the way, and it's just stepping into that new role, kind of being more of a leadership guy. It's been great.
And I know this is a very selfless team. That's the #1 word that's usually describing you guys, but your own personal success, all MIAA first team. What did it mean to you to have such a crazy season?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a big honor, but that's just a testament to my teammates and coaches. I couldn't have done it without them, and once again, my teammates make me look a lot better, and I probably am because they make shots or put me in the right positions and stuff. So
you get the 1 seed in the Central Region. It means you get to bring postseason basketball back to your hometown of Topeka. What did it mean to you to do that, and then to see the sold-out crowds here?
Yeah, it was truly a dream come true. When I saw the selection show, I didn't really imagine what it would really be until we ran out on the court versus Harding on Saturday, and then Sunday and Tuesday's game as well was just the craziest atmosphere.
When you committed to Washburn, was this something you thought could happen?
I knew it was possible. It's kind of seeing it now. It's like still eye-opening. I'm trying to just be present in the moment because this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This has been an amazing year, and this group of guys is so special with these coaches and everything that I'm just trying to take it all in. But yeah, we got eyes on. We're ready to go and ready to get to Evansville.
Jack Batchelor is the only Topeka player on the roster. The sophomore is a Washburn rural alum. Well, still to come, learn more about the senior class who's been building this season for a long time and the community's impact on the team.
Coming to Washburn, I think this is one of the goals, to host a region, to win the region. So I feel it's very good to achieve that. But I don't want to be done yet.
As we continue our special this afternoon, it's important we recognize the group of seniors that have made this team who they are. Michael Keegan, Andrew Orr, Jake Schadegg, and Jacob Hanna. But it's the roommates of Keegan and Orr who got this program back on its feet 4+ years ago.
I look at the impact they've had on me as a person, and so grateful for those guys. Fun to be around, self-aware, and just genuinely good people that have done everything we've asked them to do.
Fifth-year senior Michael Keegan has started almost every game he's played in for the Ichabods, and it's no mistake. He's only the second in school history to be named MIAA Freshman of the Year and has the longest tenure on the team.
I have my mentors in life. I like to stick with those. I mean, you only learn so much as you want to learn, and you soak up like a sponge. So I feel like if a sponge keeps going out of water, it has less to pick up. So I just respect the coaches, respect their decisions, love this program.
Senior Andrew Orr arrived on campus a year later, and the two immediately meshed. Now roommates of 3 years, both in the starting five, and ready to tackle their career's biggest game.
I've been living with Mike for the last 3 years now, and so I would say he's arguably my best friend. Like, we just have grown together, like, as people, as basketball players, and so that relationship was going to develop either way.
Washburn fans know the names Andrew Orr, Michael Keegan, and Jacob Hanna, but Illinois senior Jake Schadegg can't go without being mentioned. He's the glue guy and the one to thank when his teammates dominate their nightly matchups.
Jake, in practice, he might not play a whole bunch, but he definitely gives us what we need to see for other point guards and gives us that exact replica, if you would, for what their point guard is going to do to us. And, I mean, sometimes in practice he does it a little better, too.
Overland Park's Andrew Orr is best known for his dunks and playmaking in the paint. But Katie Marsh sat down with the senior big man to learn more about what's kept him in Topeka all these years.
Andrew, thanks for sitting down with me today. I think the number one thing that describes this team, as we were just talking about, is the unselfishness.
Yeah.
You guys just like seeing other people succeed on the team. Do you agree? Is that the main theme of the team this year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 1 through 15, we all love seeing each other succeed. And I think it starts in practice. Like, the way we compete in practice is just so, it's special, honestly, because everyone cares about it. Like, everyone comes in and is willing to practice, and so that makes the games, when those guys that don't get to play a lot, they come in, the dudes that do play see that every single day, the way they play, and so to see them succeed is just as fulfilling as seeing us succeed.
Yeah, and you've been here for quite a few years. You're a senior. Yeah. Was this the way it always was in your earlier years, or has this been something that you guys have built?
I think it's something we've definitely built. My freshman year was probably the second most connected team that I had been around, and then I mean, we lost like guys like Tyler Guyman and Jalen Lewis and Johnny Klossing. Those were big glue guys for not only just for the team, but for the program. They were all program guys. And so losing them those next year or two, it was kind of a struggle, not a struggle, but it was different because different people had to step up, different people had to become the leaders of the team. And so I think it was a growth period.
Yeah, and you're a Kansas City kid. Was Washburn something that might have been on your mind in high school, maybe years earlier than that, coming here and staying in state?
Honestly, no. Like, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Like, coming out of high school, I actually wanted to get out of Kansas. Like, I was telling my parents how I had never really traveled a whole lot. Like, I wanted to go experience what it was like to live in a different place in the United States. But then Washburn was really like one of the only places that gave me an opportunity to come play. And thank Brett Ballard for that one. It was awesome because it wasn't what I wanted, but it was what I needed.
Yeah, and I'm sure he looked to you and guys like Michael Keegan this year as senior leaders. What was it like stepping into that role?
I mean, it kind of honestly felt like the same stuff I'd been doing the last 4 years, like coming in every single day, discipline and consistency. And I think the biggest thing is leading by example, showing the younger guys, and not even the younger guys, but even some of the dudes that have been here for 2-3 years, still showing them like what the expectations are every single day.
And you mentioned it's awesome that your family gets to be close to where you're playing. Did they come for the playoff games here last week?
For sure, yeah.
What was their impression of this crowd?
Oh, they were amazed because they're just like me. They've been coming to all the games the last 4 years, and they've never really seen a crowd like that. They've never heard a crowd pop like there was when Mike dunked it on Sunday. Like, it's never been like that. And so to see the support that Topeka has given us, like, and honestly, it made my parents a little emotional knowing that I was one of the kids that this community is supporting, and so they love it.
And this is your last go of it. What would it mean to you to ride out the rest of this postseason, end your senior year with a high note like that?
I mean, it would be a dream come true. To be honest, like I'd never even dreamed about winning a national championship, much less having the opportunity to play for one. And so just going out there and giving it every last bit of effort I can, that's what it's going to be.
We're going to take one final break, but when we return, we'll dive into how this community support has fueled the Washburn team and look ahead to a tough Elite Eight matchup.
People that we draw to our basketball games, I don't know. This is amazing. I've never seen Topeka surround a community like they've surrounded us.
Welcome back. It's in the name of our special Total Team, and this season has been more than just the 14 players on the hardwood. This has truly been Topeka's team. From sold-out crowds to an Elite Eight send-off, the capital city has rallied around their boys in blue.
We live between Lawrence and Manhattan, so it's always wonderful when Washburn can get some credit and some glory. We love it. We love it.
Go Buds! Go Buds!
Washburn's players, such as senior Michael Keegan, can feel the love, and from everyone.
Everybody here is rooting for you, and just know, like, you're not disappointing anybody. You're really bringing everybody together.
I want to be there to cheer them on, and I want to make sure they know that we are just so appreciative of their hard work and their commitment and their dedication to their sport and to being a great student, and I just want to support that.
President Mazachek says what the basketball team has done this season is one of the best things that has happened to the university this year.
This really is the best way to send our team off, and I'm not surprised at all by the turnout that we've had here today and seeing people so excited about the Ichabods.
High school age kids are excited about supporting their hometown team.
The more people we get here, the louder it is, and the more the boys can play off based off of what the crowd does.
Former Washburn coach Bob Chipman adds how this season's support reminds him of his coaching years.
Everybody was proud to be Washburn. Everybody's proud to be from Topeka. And right now, what I saw in the arena the other night, everybody was so proud.
And then there's longtime supporter Nancy Cottrell, who is already imagining what another title would mean to Washburn.
Oh my goodness, it would just be wonderful.
Now that we've explained how this all came to be, there's of course a game to be played. Evansville, Indiana is the host city with the Ford Center downtown serving as the home court. The Ford Center opened in 2001 and has a maximum seating capacity of 11,000. It previously hosted the Division II Men's Championships in 2014 and 2015. In this year's refreshed Elite Eight bracket, Washburn is the 4 seed, so they'll take on 5 seed Lenore-Rhyne on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Lenore-Rhyne is a private university in Hickory Point, North Carolina. They come in with a 29-5 record, winning their first regional title in program history. Katie Mars in Evansville, where the Ichabods take on the court for the first time tonight in their open practice. You can keep up with all her coverage today, Tuesday, as we hope they continue to keep playing the entire week. The men's Division II national title game airs 2 p.m. Saturday right here on WWW and CBS. Thanks for watching, and go Bods.